Right, all right, all right. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one on that R.O.D Pod. For those that don't know who I am him, Jules, the NBIC. We are here live early in the AM. You know, we have to talk about it. But before I do, I hope you guys have a good one. Definitely want to give a shout out to the ancestors. Want to give a shout out to the creators. Want to give a shout out to all those that's in Alkebulan, those that's been kidnapped all over the world. You know, I do this for you guys. So without you guys, there's no me. Without me, there's no you. There's no us. There's no us. There's no unity. And we can't get back our community. Round of applause for that. Yeah. So, we up in the AM. Felt like I had to come on, talk to you guys. Came on last night and I was getting ready to set up for you guys, but the computer, for some apparent reason, the internet went low. And they're doing construction in my neighborhood, so there's new tenants and all of that moving into the community. And these cable guys are putting all of these fiber tactics into the air, and it seems like it's just jacking up everybody else's service. So my internet was kind of shaky last night. It's up and running right now, so I'm trying to take full advantage of it. So that's the reason why I couldn't even proceed to give you guys what you need yesterday. But today, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different story. It's a whole different conversation. And in this conversation, we're going to talk about Ecclesiasticus 34. Yes, Ecclesiasticus 34. Before we even proceed, let me pull this up so you guys can see it with your own two eyes. Okay. Okay. hmm Dreams in the Bible, divine or deception? hmm hmm Now, according to Genesis, I mean Ecclesiasticus, excuse me, right? Ecclesiasticus 34. It tells you what? What does it tell you? It says, dreams have deceived many, and they have failed that put their trust in them. Okay? Could it possibly be that the dreams Abram had, Jacob, Joseph, who else had a dream? David, both Joseph, Egypt, Egypt and Israel. Um, William S. Crowdy, he also had a vision. Um, Frank Cherry, they also have visions. Everybody finding out who they are in dreams. So could it possibly be that the dreams given unto Abram, that the dreams given unto Abram, Isaac, Jacob, or the whole children of Israelites from God has been nothing but deception? Think about it. God came to Abram in a dream, told him, get ready to sacrifice his child, just to get to the end to say no, right? Just to get to the end to say no. This is not me saying this. This is not me saying this. This is literally what's going on. Promise, the results, the questions. This is what we're doing right now. The promise, the question, the results. So the promise was given unto Abram to do A, B, C, D, right? To do A, B, C, D. The question is, from the time we followed every dream that was told, we followed it, we listened to it, we regurgitated coming out of the big blows, but yet here we are. We lead the world in cancer, diseases. Um, we still at the bottom when it comes to finances, um, everything that you can imagine that's bad for black people, we lead. Whatever's bad in the world, we lead the category. And we are supposed to be the descendants of Abram, who received the vision that Joseph received. We're not talking about Joseph of the Israelites. We're talking about Joseph, the stepdad to Jesus. Yes, he's the stepdad. In the Biblos, I think it's in the book of Matthews, Joseph didn't even want to be with Shorty no more. But God ordained it to be because she was carrying the chosen seed. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Here's Joseph. Dream of ruling over his brothers, separation, removal from his people, work for the Pharaoh, outside marriages. Okay, these are dreams. Now, through this dream right here, listen carefully, people. See, I want you guys to understand why there's so much contradiction. Through this dream right here, this dream, we got enslaved. That dream is the reason why we was enslaved. Tell me I'm lying. How did we end up in Egypt? Yeah, Joseph was sold. But after Joseph came and ruled and et cetera, out of that came slavery. Why God didn't give Joseph the vision of what's to come after? It was after he was gone. After Joseph was gone, there was a new Pharaoh. And the new Pharaoh all of a sudden didn't know how these people was going to operate. They felt threatened. So because I felt threatened, we need to relocate them further west or further east and keep them there. And when they come back, I guess from their journey, they're gonna come back into a new location, new rules and regulations. They're no longer gonna be allowed to uh, uh, be governors. No longer would they be allowed to be presidents, be this, be doctors. This is the story. And from coming from there, they automatically was enslaved. This is all from a dream. This is all from a dream. So somebody please explain all of this to me. Was it prophecy? Was it a divine prophecy or betrayal or deception? That's a question that you gotta ask yourself. That's a question you gotta ask yourself. Hmm? Ask yourself these questions. Let's do Daniel, prophet or pawn. Daniel decoded dreams for the king Nebuchadnezzar, a foreign ruler who captured his people. Despite his gift, Israel remained under foreign domination. His ability didn't free his community. Daniel got personal powers and position, but his people stayed oppressed. Hmm. Here's another dream. Here's another dream of things to come, but none of these dreams came with setting the people free. Now, for those that want to base their genealogy based on the Biblos and based on Deuteronomy chapter 28, I got to pose a question. The question is quite simple. How do you prove that you are a child of Israel genetically? How do you prove that? How do you separate the entire race? How do you separate the two? How can you tell this person's a Sumerian? This person comes from the Babylonian. That person comes from this. That person comes from that. How are we able to trace these things? How? You have to explain that to me. You have to explain it. Think about it. How can you prove that you are from any tribal bloodline coming from the Biblos, knowing that the Biblos, especially the Israelites been in captivity years and years and years and years and years and years, right? Isn't this the final captivity of it all before the release and the freedom of the people? Hmm? So how can you tell? How can you tell? Because the stories and your acceptance of who is Israel is a little absurd to me. Somebody that comes from Africa is automatically not an Israelite, but will look exactly identical to a Haitian. But because the Haitians is in Haiti, he's an Israelite. Oh, that was a dream too. All these dreams is happening. But now one dream was seen by the children of Israel for our triumph, where we went and we won, where God spoke to somebody, some Bantu, some Alkebulan, somebody. And the question that I ask is, how come nobody is receiving dreams anymore? As righteous as we trying to be, nobody receiving dreams. Daniel received visions in prison. We can't receive anything. Think about that, people. I really want you guys to process this. From the beginning of the Biblos to the very end, numerous of dreams took place. Matter of fact, let me find out. Let me show you how much dreams took place. Let me show you how much dreams took place. Okay? Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me show you how many dreams took place. We know Joseph had a dream. We know Jacob had a dream where God told him to return to his homeland. Jacob saw the ladder. What else? Okay. Abram given a prophetic dream about his descendants being enslaved for 400 years. A deep Genesis 15:12-16. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, a, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. And the dream took place. I'm not going to read all of this, but I just want to show you Joseph, Solomon, Daniel, Joseph, the husband. Look, look. Joseph, husband of Mary from the tribe of Judah, received multiple dreams to protect Yahushai, Jesus, from danger. Listen, look, Matthews 1 and 20. 20 to 20 to 24. The angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife. Look, the dream is telling him, look, just take her. Yeah, she's pregnant, but just take her. Take her, please. Okay? The angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take this young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. Okay? But the book of Sirach says, for dreams have deceived many, and they have failed that put their trust in them. We put our trust in this religion, and it has failed us. Could it possibly be that this God has failed us too? Could it possibly be that this God that's spoken of in the Biblos is not the God of black people? I went to a lady house the other day, European, on her desk, on her table. big old King James 1611 Bible. I said, sheesh, if she's reading it, how can I be reading this too? How can I call on the gods that she call on? How can I worship what she worships? That doesn't make sense. That's just asking that. Doesn't make sense. How can I follow what she's doing and I can't follow mine? And the argument behind it is that the story took place at this location. The writings was taken from that manuscript or that scripture or that scrolls. But yet nobody seen the scrolls. Not one. Not one book of the scrolls. Nobody seen it. But yet I can read. I'm reading the translated version Bible of King James into the Ecclesiasticus. So now the King James and the Ecclesiasticus has been translated. Then why isn't those areas that's in Alkebulan, why isn't those areas, those names written in Alkebulan, Ecclesiasticus, West Africa? The languages that we spoke, not the languages that we're speaking after colonization. You don't get to say that this is about us after we've been colonized. I need to know what was we before the colonization. Because you can't tell me the city of Mambri is here, which is English, which is in the Biblos. But nobody can tell me what was the Alkebulan name of Mambri. Yeah. Maybe it's time for us to question and say, maybe this dream deceived us. Because everybody, all these Christians, all these Hebrews, all these indoctrinated people are quick to jump down people's throat with this precept right here and say, warn against trusting all dreams. Well, we trust Abram's dream. Look where we at now. We trust Joseph's dreams. Look where we at now. Look where we at now. We trust in the dreams that was put upon John in the island of Patmos. Look where we at now. We're trusting these dreams. But we're praying to their gods, trusting their dreams, praying to their gods, reading their books, and then we're subconsciously forcing ourselves to believe that this book is about our people. We're forcing ourselves to believe this. You know subconsciously in your heart that something just isn't right. And when that feeling starts kicking in and you start asking questions, they're going to tell you it's going to be all right. Just pray about it. Just worship. Get on your knees. Go in the closet. Close the door and pray and wait for God to reveal the answer. That's all you have to do. But you're not allowed to question logic. You're not allowed to question common sense. You're not allowed to question contradictions. See, I can't be in a space where I can't question things that don't make sense. You can't be in a space around things that don't make sense. That's asinine. That's backwards. I need to be in a space that if I ask a question, you give me the answer. If you don't know the answer, you lead me to those that do. We're not here to process. We're not here to process. Hold on, let me pull this up for you. We're not here to process the contradictions. We're not here to process the fairy tales. We just want you to just keep it 3.5. The divine contradictions, the warnings. We warning about the dreams, the patterns, the biblical dreams gain individual powers. The communicates often reminds oppressors, reminds oppress. Excuse me, their communities often remained oppressed. It's early in the morning, guys. My apologies. If we shouldn't trust dreams, why did the Most High use them? Who really benefited from this confusion? Now, if we should not trust dreams, why did the Most High use them? Why he don't talk to us directly? Why is always somebody interpreting, somebody receiving a vision, somebody receiving something? It's the same manuscript over and over and over and over again. There's these visions made it from America. Excuse me. These visions made its way from Israel to America to Africa. Everybody's catching visions. Tonight I'm gonna play this video for you, man. And I'm gonna show you more of this contradiction. This is why it's time for us to deconstruct from the matrix, bro. We gotta deconstruct from the matrix. Deconstruct from the matrix. The matrix exists. It is real. It is literally an attack on our people. Like literally. And shout out to the sister that created this matrix. But girl, you this is what you call a prophet. She is a prophet. She knew exactly what she was made to do. She did it, and exactly how the world is exactly turning out the way that she wrote about it. Literally. And it's only gonna get worse, guys. But that's my time, guys. Just wanted to just show you a little contradiction within the Biblos. How all these dreams that supposedly was given unto the chosen seed has been very unbeneficial for us. We have been receiving the short end of this stick for way too long. I think it's time for us to start seeking other outlets. And if you are a black person, if you are an Alkebulan kidnapped, then maybe you should start, yeah, maybe you should start looking into African culture. What you got to lose? What you got to lose? Heaven or hell? You know, heaven or hell was a story given unto you by the oppressors. So what you got to lose? Think about it. Join the movement, support it. I'm gonna get my day started. Got a big day today. I gotta go see gotta go to my other gig and hand in some paperwork. But other than that, man, we outside, we lit, we live. You know who I am. I am him, Jones at NBIC, aka Mr. Keep My Foot on All Necks. No disrespect. We just not down with the rejects, you heard? But anyway, if you like, comment, share, subscribe. If it's your first time, hope it's not your last time. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means we still on that grind because it's about that time. Time for what? Time for you guys to go get yours because I'm on that journey to go get mine. It's your brother, man. You understand? And I'm a holler.